Okay, hopefully stream's back up now, and those on the YouTube side can actually see what's happening now or interact with me via chat. Uh, but wow, okay, I'm very surprised. I was not expecting to one-shot that boss. She was she was basically our mirror match, right? And because of that, we sort of knew what her moves were, and that helped a lot. I ran out of my entire healing there, except for the needles, but the axe, the axe is the MVP here, right? We got a new needle as well. Not sure what that does. A dazzling stone needle forged from avian blood, containing a large amount of their power. It resonates with human blood. When inserted into the left arm segment, it increases the duration of temporary effects. Oh, that sounds like very useful. And hopefully Trick's YouTube chat already working now, I'm assuming. We still have a few paths to take, but again, it does really feel like this might be the final chapter. Gonna adjust tempering there to use that new needle. Have it work for longer. And then we're gonna reset so that we have our entire healing box. The beginning of the end, right? It does feel that way. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, the axe. Oh boy, the axe is like. I'm usually not a fan of axes in any game, but the fact that we managed to outlast that boss is completely because we had that one rampage. The effect of rampage is that if you use it with full magic stacks, it will actually grant you temporarily healing. And that allowed us to trade hits with her, even though we weren't completely ready. So I'm going the wrong way, I realized. We were supposed to go down. If you would kindly come down so that I can deal with you without getting shot at. A bit slow. You never know. The early parts of the game were really like to trap you. Here, I'm not sure whether that's going to be the case. Like if they're going to be more upfront about their dangers, or if you'd see corruption like this happening, the poison guys. Oh, oh my god. This is the more deadly form of poison in the game. It reduces your max HP. I'm also being inflicted by something else over here. A new status effect I'm not familiar with. Emerald Lotus? Okay, giving me the poison cure items when I'm facing them. Might as well equip them. Give ourselves a little safety net. There goes the traps. Okay. And one of you. I generally like dealing with you all with something that I can parry with. Unfortunately, I do not have a parry at the moment, so... Yeah, they're a lot easy if you have a weapon with a parry, because you can just stand in front of them and ward off all those attacks. And that gives you like a huge opportunity to wail on them. The one thing I've learned with Wuchang is that if you change your build to suit the area or the boss, it makes a huge difference. Like, go into a boss with the correct weapon setup and you will utterly dominate them. This is leading us down. The layout of the world has changed a bit, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. I hear someone. I see someone now. So one thing that you all might not realize, by the way, is that the game actually auto-hides the HUD by default. I've changed that just so that I can move the HUD and make it visible for you all and not be covered up my avatar on the left, right? Because the auto-hide, however, if an enemy automatically aggroes you, even if you do not see them, the HUD will automatically come into view, and it's a very good warning for you when somebody's locked onto you. I, however, do not have that advantage because I'm keeping the HUD entirely visible for you all. Oh, this NPC has gone angry. He's actually gone mad. That's the only reason his name is in red. Okay, yeah, you know what, Trix, you might be right. I think I might have gone down the wrong path with this NPC.
Failed them all. Every last one. What manner of warrior am I?
You are tanky as heck, though. And do an incredible amount of damage on top.
Not for the material blood. It shall
It's a bit difficult with the axe because I keep running out of stamina. Whoa! I saw it coming. The little charge up. He can heal too. Of course he can. Oh wow, that recovery. I couldn't get the backstab on him. Wow. We made it halfway. But Nyan Xian Chunk is actually a lot harder than he lets on. In some ways, it's nice, right? Because the HUD is sort of like an indication when something bad's about to happen. That said, the game has been like very good at telegraphing their traps, right? If you play cautiously and just think on what you're seeing for a few seconds, you sort of realize when there are traps. And I wasn't able to display this to you guys on stream, but the shrines you see as checkpoints, they are actually mimic shrines. And the first shrine you come across that's a mimic, it's very... If you run up to it thinking that, hey, I want the shrine, you might not notice, but if you pay attention, it's very easy to figure out that it's a mimic, because there's a huge pool of blood in front of it. I mean, fair enough. Okay, like that, I guess. In that case, I even knew it was there, but I still got hit. Excuse me, this was not there before. What is happening? Okay, that's the path we took to go down, and up here should be announcing Chong. I'm gonna change my accessories here a bit. Get rid of this one pendant that actually gives us HP on killing enemies. This might be the way to go, because the axe quite suffers from... If you're not able to stun the enemy, you get caught out without any stamina, and that happens a lot with the axe. And let me change this spell to something else. We got a new one too. Dealing magic damage. Like, magic's not really the way to go for us, because we have like very little points of magic, so I'm gonna just use the support spells we have, like this one. It was nice he waited.
Not for the Imperial blood. Shout wouldn't have. The only way I will be strong enough is by becoming great.
Oh, what? Oh. I am so sorry, I did not mean to do that. I honestly did not mean to do that. I was just so caught up in the battle, like I was slowly forcing him to the cliff and he just jumped by himself. Kinda takes away from the moment a bit, right? Okay, I guess you missed the moment. What happened was we were fighting so intensely, I sort of cornered the NPC over here, and he did a backstep to jump away from me and then just jumped to his death. I mean, not that I'm complaining too much over here, right? Sword of Exorcism. Interesting. We also got his set. A very Souls-like thing to happen. Champion's Bamboo Hat. Headwear woven from bamboo that grants protection from both the sun and rain. This one has seen extended usage and is tattered. The An Sui Chang's dream of rising to become the world's greatest will forever remain in the blazing fires that roared in Warship's Rise. I know, right? Surprisingly, the devs haven't quite thought of the fact that players might try to do stuff like that, right? Because I have been able to use my clone to actually kill other enemies, like other difficult enemies, and I've been able to drag difficult enemies into level traps. Like there's this one area that's very reminiscent of Sem's Fortress, a creepy Chinese red-colored Sand Fortress, but still. Nan Xing-chan was forever grateful to the master of the Reverend Temple, for it was their physique-enhancing pills that enabled him to achieve such greatness. We're getting a bit of lore from Neon Xing-chan. Same thing. Where are his sandals? Did I not get a sandal pair? Champions. Okay, here we go. Like the same thing. The only difference is this one, which tells us that his dreams will forever be in flames over at Worship's Rise. And we sort of get his set. Almost like we looted it off his dead corpse. And something else we got was a pair of wooden swords, symbols of childhood oath. Poetry has been carved into the blade. A courageous hero, a sword to punish evil. The line gives an inkling of the owner's naivete. A pair of wooden swords. Good point. Okay, beware all that is evil, for brothers we are from this day forth. Yeah, I really feel like we sort of drove the two brothers to the death. I think we sort of did kill two important NPCs, and I feel like if we did the quest differently, these two might have survived. This sword, which belongs to Xiaolin, at the start of the game, he's very sick, and we gave him red mercurial blood. And somehow that has corrupted him and forced his brother to kill him, which is why he turned on us, which is why Neon Xu-chang turned on us. And we killed Neon Xu-chang in return. Because this is his brother over here. And I'm suspecting that if I did not give that blood to him, which we thought at the time would heal him, things might have turned different. Like, if I did not give the blood to him and gave Neon Xu-chang more confidence in his work, this might not have happened. Somehow I've ended up being a very evil character. Your madness runs steep. Choose the artifact that matches your nature and you might subdue it. Okay, this is something to help you control madness. Like, if you want to lower the amount of madness you have, which we are, I'm okay with this much, right? To be honest, it's more advantageous to be on high madness than not. Is this leading anywhere? I'm wondering if this is the way to go, or we should be following the path to the Shoe Sanctum. There's so many choices, right? Also, in case you guys are wondering, this is the game's way of letting you know that there's an invisible bridge here that you can just run on across. These are the game's waystones. Bamboo shoot. I'm not sure what you mean by an illusion of choice, because I feel like... Yeah, okay, I understood. Like, this game has no illusion of choice. That makes sense. Like, a lot of choices have been, like, very impactful. Other than your choice for actually choosing where to go, because at the end of the day, you are being funneled from one story route to the other, just that the world is very large. So I forgot to pick up my souls. I'm gonna head over here, because there was another path at the bottom of this slope that I want to check out before we go, right? Is Thief looting everything on that dead corpse? Okay, this smells like a trap. Is anyone up in the rafters or anything, or on the side? Oh, you're here. And you might actually shoot all these fire pots. Yeah, that is exactly what you were trying to do. You had a gun too. See, this is what I meant when if you keep an eye out for traps, you generally are rewarded for that. Like it, like it's not even only on the side. By the way, it is a good idea to look up to in this game. Scorn Great Axe. Using temperance of fire makes the effect much more potent. You got a new axe. What do you have, my good friend? Level 5 strength, level 1 agility. This actually scales with something else, but it is a lot more powerful than what we have. Hey, considerably more powerful. Okay. Combustion Cleaver. I wish we were at a shrine so I could change the second one from block. And I'm guessing if you have enough magic points, it's just gonna explode. So that little side path was just for the axe, unless there is another path somewhere else. Oh, there is here. This is leading us back to the warship's rise, I believe. You don't feel like it's not the end of the game? It's not the end of the game, but we're sort of moving into that chapter because we're all actually going through areas we've been to before. Like the Emperor's Palace here. Which, you know what, I'm gonna go back because I don't want to quite go here just yet. And we're going through all the areas that we've explored during the initial first segment of the game. But now everything is in high chaos, more or less. And there are quite a few areas for us to traverse. Warship's Rise is just one of those areas. Before we head to the Tank Emperor's Palace, which seems to be the way we need to go, I'm gonna head over to this place, to the Shoe Sanctum. Because we had a quest from an NPC to kill another NPC that was actually one of the NPCs inviting us to revel in our power, right? Become the demon, or become the god that we were meant to be. Now normally, from my understanding, that path is down here. I think I mentioned this before, but it's blocked because of the fire, so we have to sort of find another way. So a very obvious item here. Okay, wait, this is a shrine there. I can change the block of the charge, something else. What do I want to use? I do like the healing skill. Let's go with Earth Shatter. I haven't used that much. And Enter the Dream. Also, slot in Benediction Stones here. Everything is burning. Hence the title Hell in a Handbasket. Benediction. Not sure what to use here. Well, let's go with fire, because... Oh, okay, never mind. Let's just move it over here. Obliterate attacks increase your damage for a time and grant carbon might. Sure, why not? Why not? Consecutive attacks increase your stamina recovery. Yes, I would like this on my axe. The axe feels a bit starved for stamina. Even though I do believe the axe tree actually gives you quite a bit of stamina to compensate. There's another item over there, an enemy on the left. No one on the right. Oh, you are Tanky, you actually look like a normal enemy, but you have a lot of HP now. Steam bunny butt. Bring out a little lantern. Make sure it's a bit light. I'm honestly not sure if actually using the lantern makes it easier for enemies to notice you. It did in Bloodborne, but I'm not sure whether the effect is the same in Wuchang. Is this a dead end? Oh, I guess so. Hopefully this will take us below the Shu Sanctum, and we can complete that one quest for the NPC. Lantern fruit. Oh yeah, I should equip those too. The lantern fruit are stamina items, and I've stocked quite a bit since we've not been using any of those in our quest, in our playthrough. This is the Storyteller's Cave. What is in here? I see someone. Oh, it's a red-eyed enemy. It's never a good sign. A lot of the bosses we've seen actually have avian traits, but we've also met like fox demons, dead brides with tentacles coming out of them, humanoid enemies too, and we have that one beast enemy that's a tiger more or less. It's been a good spread, all things considered, and I feel like one of the strongest things of the game is actually just the bosses, like the spectacle of the bosses. Good night, Cake. Is it like 11 p.m. already? Oh, it is 11 p.m. I didn't even realize. Because I know you go to bed around then. I'll probably stop in a bit too if we don't make too much progress, because we have work tomorrow and all. Now, these guys are just giving me upgrade materials here. Oh, sleep well, King. We might have enough to boost the access to plus 10. Okay, I guess they're protecting this, whatever this is. Viral corruption. An accessory stone. So this little path was only for this, but it was kind of a useful divergence because we have so many upgrade materials. We just might have enough to boost the access to plus 10. I was honestly hoping to find a path that will allow us to find that NPC I was talking about, but that does not seem to be the case. Okay, wait, there is this... Oh, this is... Oh, there is this path, right? Or is this where I came from? When we kill the red-eyed enemies, in this game, most of the upgrade materials are coming from the red-eyed enemies. And this is our Titanite slabs, right? These feathers. The lowest feather for the lowest tiers, higher feathers for the middle tiers, and this one is for the final tier. And we have 5. I think I actually need 6 for the final one. So 1 lacking to max out the access to +10. I was really hoping, like, because of the way the NPC said it, I had a feeling that the path to find that NPC was this way. Somewhere. We haven't actually found them. Oh, I mean, found a path to wherever that is. Let me just take one last look. Over here. It even has a new name called Narrow Stretch. It makes me wonder if I'm missing something. It almost feels like there was a shrine meant to be there. Not really. What happened was at the end of the last level, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put everything into axe, and I put everything into axe, including having double axes when I change weapons, right? And it does not seem to be a way. And yes, you can respec at any time. The game is like very free that way. So if I really wanted to switch my build, we are free to do that, including respec all our points into other attributes. The game does not lock you in, and honestly, I feel like that should be something that is in all Souls games in the future. Right now, the main answer from main people is like, if you want to try another build, you're gonna want to do another playthrough, right? Or get that one reset item that allows you to do so. But if that's your answer, then really you should just be allowing the players to reset at any time. Hey, did we go this way? I feel like we didn't. Okay, this might be the way to that NPC. Sure we don't miss any items. I'm going with the axe for now just because of like how easy it makes most enemies. Because of the stagger on it. Wow, one of you here, huh? Okay. Hey, you've killed a lot of people. Oh, you noticed me, huh? Oh, you did not notice me, you just turned. Can't be too aggressive here. Blood of Wang Di. Pretty strong boss enemy. Yes, that isn't a boss. We've actually seen one of them. Only one of those enemies have appeared, and I do believe they are actually... I'm saying actually quite a bit here. In the lore of the story, originally there were a group of avian people who came down from the heavens to help humanity, right? And I get the feeling that those enemies are remnants of that humanity, that species that was there before. What happened was after they helped humanity, they were afflicted with a curse, and the leader of the team at the time, Durya, I believe he was called, got a revelation telling him that, hey, if you let go of your avian powers, you guys will not be cursed and you'll be okay. So Durya tried to convince his brethren to let go of their avian abilities. And one faction of that group did indeed become human, and those are the humans in this region. The people of Shu, according to the law, are descended from those avians. However, not everyone wanted to follow Durya, right? Those people who refused are, I do believe, it's not confirmed yet, but I do believe they are what this game called the bow people. And they have those avian features, and that was one of the bow. I very much feel like that was one of the bow. Yes, by reset at any time. Okay, since we're like very, very near here, and thankfully the game won't respawn that guy unless we enter the dream. The way Wuchang works is that no matter what you do, you can reset anything at any time, right? If you go over here, let me just get these level up points as well. So right now you see that I have put everything in the X tree, right? And the skill tree itself is what gives you stats. So I have strength here, stamina, health. Everything you need for the X is on the X tree itself. Now, if I wanted to spec out, I can do that immediately. There we go. Now you're out of the X. And then I can go to the longsword if I want. I can learn any skill I want. Even the upgrade materials, right? This is the upgrade node. So even your Titanite slabs are refunded. And I feel like that is an extremely good quality of life for a Souls feature. Like one of the most friendliest qualities of life in the game. And I've been doing that all through my gameplay run, right? There is no limit to how many times you can reset this skill tree. If you want to reset the entire thing, you can do that by pressing the center here too. But because of that, I've been able to experiment with any weapon I've picked up. I've been able to experiment with magic. I've been able to experiment with spears, axes, double swords. And I've even been able to experiment having like multiple combinations, right? At one part I was going dual swords and spear. At another part I was going like one-handed sword and long sword. Because one-handed sword is actually the magic weapon of the game. You get a lot of magic nodes. And that is a very nice thing to have in a Souls game. Like, you don't need a second playthrough or a second save file to try another build, right? That's what I mean by it allows you to reset at any time. So let's put everything back into our axe here. You know what, I'm not going to learn this. And you can do this with your health vials and your resins too, right? The resins that we use, it's also completely based. So right now I have this resin that actually gives me healing when I'm attacking, but I have actually gone and used lightning, poise break, and even frostbite on some enemies just by respecking and changing to test their weaknesses. I really, really like this as a system. And it's a bit of a shame that the game is facing performance issues that have prevented people from enjoying it enough that they see how much this game has sort of given a quality of life feature on to a Souls formula. Yeah, I mean that's totally fine. But imagine if you could, like, say in Elden Ring, you have a save file. It's like 100 hours through. Well, I guess Elden Ring doesn't really work, right? Because you have a build in mind and you're defeating the bosses with that build you want. But How do I put this? I between okay, between the option to allow you to respec completely and just fix it to one option, I feel like having the freedom to choose whether you want to or not is very important. It's the best way I can put it. Like between having that option and not having that option, just having that makes a huge difference. Because right now, before you saw me spec entirely into that tree, the axe tree. So what I'm going to do now instead is get some points over from the longsword, because I know the longsword actually has strength in it. I'm also going to get the sword counter from the longsword. This will boost our axe's attack further. Now allow me to use some of the upgrade materials we are not sort of using. I mean, why not in a multiplayer game as well, right? Because in between your PvP runs, you have the option to experiment. Not inside in battle, right? Even this game doesn't allow you to change it at any time, anywhere. It's more like you go to a shrine and then you can change it. I mean, why is it cheap though? Like, why not allow a player to play the game in a way they want and try out new builds in PvP? In fact, if I had to put an argument to this, right, Trix, I would point at another FromSoft game that most people don't usually think of PvP. Oh, I guess even over here, it does have a very active PvP community, and that would be uh, Armored Core, right? Armored Core allows you to change your parts at any time, which means you can play. In fact, it's encouraged, right? The best way to approach certain missions is with certain parts and equipment and weapons. So it also allows you to change your setup before you enter PvP. I don't feel like it cheapens the game in any way. It's just it allows you, it gives you the freedom to try different builds whenever you want. As long as that change does not happen in the middle of battle, I think it's a-okay. Oh, am I going the right way again? This is the right... No, this is the wrong way. There's another path we can take. If anything, I think for a PvP experience, it sort of freshens up your own player experience, because you're going to be facing people with different builds. And that improves the range of things you need to learn and also improves your experiences, right? And on the other hand, for those players who are having trouble with a certain build, they can actually respec at any time. Okay, this path is also available to us. The game's really giving me an option here to go. But there's only one true path that's going to lead us to our location, and this is the dead end. I guess this entire area was... Oh wait, no, there's a path this way too. Okay, I'm gonna check the other side of the village. How similar is that to putting difficulty modes in games? I do not feel like it's a difficulty mode, right? Because... it's not adjusting the HP levels of what you can... HP or defense or stats levels of what the enemies are in the game, which is traditionally what a difficulty level does in most games. Some very rare few games have it so that when you're playing on a lower difficulty, bosses will not do certain moves. The only thing is, it's allowing the player to experiment with different builds and find one that is effective. You could say that for, especially in Wuchang, you notice this, right? I mentioned this before, in that by changing my builds, I've had an easier time to go through certain areas because how that build works, the timing for the attacks themselves, the special attacks themselves, and even the fact that only like the longsword has the counter, right? The parry. That changes how you approach a fight and makes a certain boss fights like, it doesn't completely trivialize it. You still need to learn it, but it does make it easier. And I don't see why that should be considered a difficult mode, but rather an expression of the player to sort of figure out systems for themselves. Because you still need to learn the boss fight, just your tools are changed. And this applies to most Souls games, right? And I feel like this applies the most to Demon Souls. Because in Demon Souls, if you know a lot about the lore of the bosses or just the general environment that they're hinting at, you can make the bosses of that game like really, really easy. And my greatest example of this is actually the first boss in the game, right? Phalanx. When you're heading to Phalanx, inside Boletaria, the ramparts or the keeps, I guess, you're gonna run into normal enemies that actually jump into the barrels, letting you know that, hey, enemies are flammable. And then onwards to Phalanx, you will actually start to run into the little slime phalanxes, right? And these slime phalanxes are weak to fire, because, and you can figure this out because they are positioned next to fire barrels, which you can use. Now, by taking in that information, you can also automatically assume that Phalanx, who is surrounded by the smaller slimes, is also weak to fire. And this is the same for Tower Knight, Leechmonger, Maneater. I feel like a lot of, even the Stingray boss and the Forgotten Hero, a lot of Demon Soul specifically gives you a lot of hints on how to deal, even the Adjudicator, right? And just knowing that the weak point on the side of its belly is what you want to attack. Demon Souls like sort of gives you that, hey, if you have the right information and the right setup, things are a lot easier. It changed a bit with Dark Souls, and Dark Souls like 2, I feel like around there the conversation changed, right? Instead of like, hey, we're going to give you information and the freedom to make the fight easier or not, we're going to promote ourselves as one of the hardest games ever, because that's what was popular at the time. But okay, the one last thing before I cross over here. But I feel like even with Elden Ring, the latest of the From Software games, having the ability to change your spec at any time, and keep in mind, Elden Ring actually does allow this, by the way. It's just that you need a consumable item to do it. The game actually does allow you to do this. You can always go to, I'm forgetting the name. Is it Ranala? The queen at the academy, right? I feel like it's Ranala. The queen at the academy, and hand over an item to be reborn and respec your stats. So technically the game just allows it. It's just that it's done through a bit of a rare item that's at the end of the game, not too rare. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna allow a player to respec at any time, why not just allow the respecs to be infinite? That's all. Magic Mom. Oh my god, it's a trap. And I actually got corrupted. Oh, does this gear actually have weaker resist? Why are you not attacking? Does this gear actually have lower resistance to corruption? Yeah, it has minus 40 corruption. I guess it sort of makes sense, right? Because Nian Xiu Chang actually was corrupted, and I'm dying from the poison here. Let me equip a quick healing item so that we don't lose our HP to this. Yes, that is Renala. No, wait, Renala is the DLC boss, right? No, I'm so confused now. I need to Google this up. Bosses in Elden Ring. Jagged Peak, Cerulean Coast. Liurnia. Oh my god, come on guys, can't you just tell me where... Why do I feel like this boss is like at the very end of this list? Fallen Throne, Deep Limgrave, Weeping Peninsula, Liurnia of the Lakes. Yeah, it is Renala. Okay, so I was actually saying it correctly. Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. See, that's the part I was confused about as well, Trix. Because the... how do I put it? The DLC character... Well, let me see if I can find the name of the DLC character. Capital Outskirts, Consecrated Snowfield, Halig Tree, Lake of Rot. Wait a minute, what does this sound the DLC bosses? Oh yeah, okay. See, Renala is the name of the queen. Relana is the name of the knight, correct? So here you saw something that I said before, right? If I have like a longsword, I have a lot of easier for time against these enemies because I can just counter them. Not so much that guy down there though. Oh my god, I'm getting corrupted so easily. I need to change this equipment. You're not dead? Okay. I don't even know what attacks are gonna be there. You know what? Let's look at the corruption. 23. Skip this. 24. 25. Oh, is the bridal stuff actually gonna be the best against corruption? The bridal stuff is actually not too good defense-wise against most slash and stab stuff. $14.7. Get this. Yeah. Despite the quality of life features the game has, I really sort of wish they allowed you to sort the items according to certain stats, right? It would make searching for stuff a lot easier. Eventually you sort of figure out that certain sets are like a lot better against certain stuff. Like lighter stuff seems to be better for debuffs, while heavier stuff are better for the slash, blunt, and stab damage resistance. And actually using the correct set makes a huge difference insofar as I noticed. I've gone from being one shot to being two shot. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. It's something. Oh, you actually have fire. This outfit might be a bit weird. I mean, it is a bit weird, but you know what? Let's keep going. You know what? I'm just gonna glamour this. I don't kind of want to look weird right now. At this point, let's wear the mink armor set. Look like an imperial soldier for a bit. Although I like the hand braces that she originally has, even the boots. You know what? Let's change the hat to neon song chongs we have. I like this one better. Okay, that feels like a trap too. What time is it? Okay, I might actually need to stop, and I'm hearing someone approaching me. A cannon enemy. So the item is actually a trap. Because he's coming down there. And he'll probably try to shoot me if he saw me there. Yep. Pretty much, this is also another quality of life feature, right, in this game. I feel like one of the best things about Wuchang is that it takes the original Souls formula and just shavens off the edges, makes everything smoother. So, from the very start of the game, you can glamour anything onto any other armor piece. So if I wanted the panda head, sure, fine, let's have the panda head. Completely possible. So you can do anything here. And I'm sure the Fashion Souls community would like really appreciate it. I know I would, because I played the entirety of the Elden Ring, the main Elden Ring game, as a mage without a hat, because I didn't like having a hat on me. Same with Bloodborne. Rather than choosing it for resistances, I played the game just for the best looking set. Which at the end of the game was basically Lady Maria's set. That one looks really, really good. I don't know how anyone else feels, but personally I love the set. And I did have a female character in Bloodborne, so it matched really well. Do we have a path out there as well? That is leading us back to the temple, if I remember correctly. Let's check here first. Now, to be completely fair to the other Souls games, this is actually not the first Souls game which has done that, right? A lot of the features that I'm talking about are done in other games. Lies of P has it. For example, you see that right now my Souls counter on the corner next to the chat right there is glowing right. That glow means I have a level up, and that feature already exists in Lies of P. Likewise, the feature where the teleport function lets you know that NPCs have quests for you, that's also Lies of P. And I'm reminded of Lies of P because Lies of P also has a glamour system that is separate from its actual armor. Oh, nice. A healing vial. Now, in terms of, if you want to compare the two, I'd still place Lies of P higher than Wuchang. But if you were trying to, like, invite a friend into the Souls-like genre, Wuchang feels like a very good pick, mainly because I don't feel like the bosses are too hard. We've managed to one-shot or two-shot a lot of them. There are occasional increases in difficulty, but in general, everything seems very easy. All the quality of life stuff, the bosses themselves are very spectacle based, like amazing music, face transitions, amazing visuals. So if you have a friend who's completely new to Soulsborne, but you want to sort of introduce them to one, I'd say go for Wuchang. As you can see, the difference of having a piece of equipment that's good against corruption versus not. You're barely affected by it. Who are you? It's actually one of the Ming soldiers has been transformed into an avian. Like you've seen that earlier, these guys didn't have those avian features, but now they actually do. I'm also remembering that I did not have my healing amulet equipped. There we go. Well, that's another reason why I actually recommend Wuchang as well for a beginner, right? Very early on, you get a pendant that allows you to heal when you defeat enemies, which makes getting through areas a lot less painful. You also get a resin that allows you to heal on attack, and that's what I have equipped right now. Although I can't use it because I sort of messed with my temperament. This place is a mess. Oh, I actually looped back to where we originally came from. So wait a minute. This path actually led to nowhere, huh? Okay. And this was how the world originally was, by the way. It's just right now we're not making any progress. There is this one path up though. I hear someone. Oh, is the audio delayed? Okay, that's what's happening. A slight delay. Or I might have actually heard a bamboo shoot sprout up. Because the little flip sound you heard was probably from them. This path is blocked. We have two people fighting over here. Oh no, it's the sound I'm hearing is from this thing. And it's actually one of those avian creatures. And you have a gun. Ow, I might die here. Yep, there it goes. But you know what? I think that might be a sign for me to call it. I need to get some sleep so that we are ready for work tomorrow. And thanks for joining me. I'll probably be streaming this tomorrow as well if you guys are interested in having some more interesting conversations about the Holds of the Souls genre. I might be a bit opinionated on the matter, but don't let that stop you from chatting. Because it doesn't feel like the game is about to end anytime soon. Like, if it felt like proceeding a bit forward would allow us to end the game, I might have continued, but like you said, Trix, I feel like this is a change to the world state, and we have a long way to go before we reach the ending. So I'm gonna stop now, and we're gonna continue the stream tomorrow. Alright. If anyone else is watching, take care and stay safe. I will stop the stream. Maybe with a bit of a water dance, right? Oh, hey, we actually have a wavy mode, so you know what? I'm gonna go with that. Again, taking it from the top. If anyone else is watching, stay safe and take care. Bye.